Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead in name and in nature, and welcome back to South Mountain Creamery. So I've popped down to the stores, BSM tractor here. We're going to have a little chat with the sales guy and see what we need to do next. So what we need to do is start getting, so we've got straw, we've got silage in preparation. I still need to compact it all. And we've got some corn to sell next time there's a good price. So so the other thing we need to do to start preparing for our cows is grass, and we'll need some grass to feed them, and we'll need some hay to make power food. So we're going to need a mower and a tedder, maybe a windrow, I'm not sure. So yeah, I thought I'd pop down to the store and see what they've got. Pottinger Nova Cat. We need something small, ideally front mounted. I have no idea if the Hurliman, which is 88 horsepower, it's worth a try. It's the only one I've got with front and rear 3-point. So I think we need a front mounted mower so that we can do the grass and pull the loading wagon. I don't know if it'll have the power to do it, but I think it's worth a shot. Either way, it doesn't have the power to power two mowers, because we could have the front and the rear side, and that's a good setup, but it's too much power. So that might be something to be aspirational. Oh, then there's the Lely, which I don't normally buy because I do like the yeah, we're not getting a big M. Yeah, I don't really buy because it doesn't, you can't put them together with the butterfly mowers, but it's a 3.2 meter width, 90 horsepower. Oh, that's a 3.1 meter width, 70 horsepower. Not worth it, and it's £1,000 cheaper. Done. Sold. So I'll have one of those for now. And yeah, for the hay we'll need a tedder. £60 horsepower. What was the power requirement of our mower? 70. That's a lot. And I say I have no idea if the Hurliman will cope with it anyway, but ooh, 40. And that's still, it's still more than technically the Hurliman can cope with. Oh look, he's got an old Fahr KH4S, second hand. It's a bargain. 4 meter width. It's still wider than the mower. 10 horsepower, and actually with a narrow width, would we need a windrower? We might still need a windrower, but I mean we would anyway, even if we got like this Coon, which is quite a nice one. But I'm still not sure if that's a great one. God, look at that width, that's amazing. Actually for that price, that is really good. Anyway, I think we're trying to save money, we're trying to get the farm back on its feet. I think this old Fahr KH4S, I'll get him to test it for me, make sure it works, but I think that's a bit of a no-brainer. It'll do us for now. We can quickly upgrade without worrying about losing money, given it's so cheap because it's second hand. And we'll hold off on the windrow for now, and we'll see if that's enough. Right, well, I'll ask him to deliver this very nicely, and I'll see you back up at the farm. Right, so I've grabbed the Hurliman and the loading wagon, and we'll see if this works or not. Right, clear that way, clear that way. Oh, there they are, delivered nicely at good time, as always, as promised. They're so very helpful down at that store. Oh, look at that. Okay, this we have to see. Ah, how cool is that? So if you've not seen this before, slight aside, this is from the Farming Classics pack. I actually don't remember whether I used it or not on Altenstein. I may have done, I can't remember. But yeah, it looks really good. Actually, if I remember, has a habit of rolling downhill, so it's quite good that it's sitting there and not moving. Or is that the windrower? I don't remember. Anyway, right now, see if I can remember how to get out to our meadow. This could be embarrassing. I've not been here that long, so I'm still trying to figure my way around. Oh, good grief. Just a quick look at the map. So this is our meadow here. But I seem to remember to get to it. Oh yeah, I think we have to go through here behind the chicken farm. Which actually we should go look at the chickens and see if we've got any eggs. So it looks to me like... Okay. I can't remember if we can get around to the back of the farm that way, so let's go this way. I'm on the wrong side of the road, but I'm pulling straight off. Okay. Let's try this. I need to finish compacting that silage, but oh my goodness me, it's going to take me a long time. Or chaff, it's not silage yet, you know what I mean. Oh, there's our big empty fields, crikey. Someone's going to have fun ploughing those at some point. I'll tell you what, it ain't going to be me either. Right. I think we go through here. Oh, whoops. That moved the tractor out of the way. Well, no point worrying closing the gate. There's no animals in here at the moment, so... Can we get across here somewhere? Is this a crossing point? Looks like it might be. Yep. Through a bit of muddy water. And I think... yes. Okay. As you can see, this is quite large. Right, let's put this down, lower it, lower this. I have no idea if we have enough power to do these with this poor little hurlerman. Actually, it's okay. I mean, if it really begins to struggle, then fine, we'll just have to get a worker doing the mowing and I'll go behind with the loading wagon, but it seems to be doing alright. It might struggle a little bit on some of the hills, but good work. Good work. Because yeah, I was thinking about that actually when I was looking at the power these need. So I forget, was it 80 for the mower, 90? I don't remember. And I think the loading wagon again is something like 60 or something like that. So the hurler produces 88 horsepower. So I mean, in theory, it's got no chance. But actually, you know, are they necessarily cumulative? Do you add them straight up, or is that the minimum each one needs to run on its own? But actually, if you're running them together, there's a sort of overlap, if you see what I mean. And it seems to be alright. I mean, I wouldn't go running up any steep hills or anything. But yeah, this seems to be okay. Great stuff. So this is our last job to do before the winter. I'm not gonna... Oh no, sorry, that... wrong button. That one we do want, this one we don't. Yes, our last major job to do for winter. I need to then think about how I need to do some calculations to figure out when we can start getting animals in, because obviously that's our key, is you know, getting the cows in. A bit of a slope here, so we might struggle. Whoa, yep, we're going to struggle with this. How about we will, let's see, where are we? I was going to say we'll cut the field in half. Not even close. Grief, this field is huge. Right, well for now, we'll cut a line straight the way back down. And that's at the very least half the field, a third of the field, a quarter of the field. Yeah, this is going to be a big job. With a little tractor, but it's fine. It needs to be done. Sorry, what was I saying? Yes, so we need to make that calculation as to how much grass, how much straw, how much silage and power food we need, and therefore how many cows we can get and how quickly we can get them, and that's the key. you know, to keep the creamery in business, to me it makes more sense to have a small number of cows quicker. It's just how many that would be and that kind of thing. So I need to do a bit of experimentation, put some food in the food trough. I can't remember, I think a reasonable number is sort of 10. So whatever the food trough will take, got a slight slope again. Oh yes, quite a big slope actually. Whatever the food trough will take should be good for 10 cows. Once we're running the season, that'll be 10 cows for 3 days. So, you know, I can sort of backtrack from that and say, right, until when can you usually start cutting grass? Is it first day of summer, maybe second day of summer? So if I said till midsummer, you know, is that enough? I'm going to run 3-day seasons to start with. I've never tried changing the length of season during a game, but to keep things moving, get things going, I think we'll try 3 days. I might extend 6 days if we're doing well and we're popular and there's lots of stuff going on. And that'll be fine. It'll be interesting to do it that way. But yeah, so if we assume 3 days, then yeah, I'll be able to figure out 3 days is how long the food lasts. So it wouldn't be too much to sort of backtrack the calculation, figure out, yeah, is this going to be enough? Can I increase the number of cows? How soon can I get them? That kind of thing. So yeah, we'll look at doing that. But first, we need to get all this up, and we have already nearly filled the loading wagon. This is going to be a big job. Be useful actually to try and get this corner done. Sorry about the camera angle, it's just these trees. It's the easiest way to see what's going on. Oh, this is so satisfying. So yeah, last job of the summer. Well, you know, we the farm will regroup over the autumn and the winter. There weren't much going on without animals to look after, so, or not many animals to look after. There are still a few in the dairy, and then it'll be planning for the next year. So yeah, I think once this field's cleared, which it's going to take us a little while, then yeah, we'll see you again in spring. But anyway, plenty to do before then. We'll get this full, take our first load over to silo, make sure it will store the grass. Pretty sure it will. It better do, otherwise it's a bit pointless. Nearly there. I'm going to stop the mowers now. Not quite full, but close enough. Yeah, because I mean, if we've got this much grass, that's a lot of grass actually. And same, you know, at least the same in hay. I mean, we're going to get at least 100,000 litres of grass off this field. At least. And the same in hay. So yeah, we're not going to be short, which is good. I hope I did enough silage. Chaff. And I hope I've got enough straw. There wasn't an awful lot I could do about it. I mean, let's face it, I had to invest in a field just to get that straw anyway, so we'll see. Gotta start somewhere. Right, please cross all your fingers and your toes and everything else. Yay! Woohoo! Awesome. 21,153 litres of grass. Excellent. So what else can we put in? Wood chips. Silage potentially. Okay. Well, that's brilliant. It works. Success. Hurrah. Now we have to do is finish. Still, at least you know the silo's big enough. Is it 3 million? Yeah, maybe we're not really getting that much. I'll just be cutting grass forever. There's that big bird again. Whew. They're keeping him away from the baby calves. He looks like he's big enough to take one away. It's beautiful, this map, isn't it? It's just amazing. So picturesque. I'll say I was really undecided about which map to do of all the new maps that were coming out, but I'm very, very glad that I picked this one. Right. So I'm going to change this angle a little bit. We'll make this space bigger. We'll start from this corner. And we'll head up and across to the top edge of that little sort of copse that comes into the field, I think. So let's try and get ourselves nicely lined up. Might be a bit slow towards the end, but better. Actually, you know what? We could be bolder. Let's be bolder. We could go a little bit further up and cut across, and hopefully that'll roughly take us halfway across the field. I'm bloody driving across this grass now, destroying it. That was dumb. Yeah, because I mean, I didn't want to do that particularly. Not that it matters desperately. But we could do some jobs for some local farmers actually, see if there's any work going. So actually, yeah, if we go just a little bit further up and then cut straight across the field, I think we'll be about halfway. So we'll try that. So there's the fence. There's the fence. Okay, let's try this then. Okay, Helen's going to be a little bit slow. That's alright. Okay. I'll do a reasonably gradual curve. Oh, uphill, uphill, uphill. How's that looking? Is that about halfway? Oh, not bad. We can come over a little bit. It's slightly longer once it doesn't. It swings and roundabouts really, isn't it? Six of one, half a dozen of the other. Okay, I'll stop with the classic quotes. Not quotes, sayings. Yeah, we'll head up towards this copse. Yeah, we can go a little bit to the right. Come on, poor old Hurleman. Tough gigger. Making you work a bit too hard. It's actually a fair slope up. Right. There we go. Motoring nicely. Yeah, I'm doing a bit of a funny pattern around this field. But it'd be good to get a sort of a, you know, mark it out now, so that when we come to do, you know, we know what we're working in, we've got a boundary, and we'll fill, you know, we'll do one side grass, we'll do one side hay. Okay, it's going to be a bit complicated around here, so we won't go crazy. Gonna lose a little bit by doing this, but not massively. Swing it round. And do a nice double strip. Oh, can't see. There we go. Lower it down. And we're away. I'm not worrying massively about trying to do all this in this corner. That's going to be quite tricky. But we'll get this bit done. So yeah, actually I should ask around. I mentioned a bit earlier about seeing if there's any jobs we can do that'll help us raise some money. But must make sure that we call the bank manager before the end of the day. Transfer out any money that we don't currently need. Actually, we shouldn't need any more money by the end of today, so that should be the loan paid off. Actually, I think selling all that equipment that we're not currently using sort of did the trick. Actually, at this point, I've kept the combine, put it back in the shed, but actually, yeah, I suppose we will be doing that. I need to look at actually how much is it worth versus, you know, because if all I'm going to do with it for the next year, probably or so, is a little bit of barley, wheat, perhaps a bit of canola or soybean, I suppose, if we get some more fields just to make a bit of money. But you know, if the bulk of it is just going to be doing small amounts of wheat or barley to keep us in straw, it may not be worth keeping a combine for the, you know, couple of days a year we're going to use it. So I'll again do some analysis on that, probably try and do that early winter, so that if we are going to sell it, we sell it, or early autumn rather. Yeah, so I need to look at how much it's worth against how much it would cost if we lease something for a year or two, and see how we get on. So actually, let me know your thoughts on that. Actually, if I'm going to do seasons, you know, we could do 6-day seasons, but obviously that means it'll take longer to get through a year, or should we stick with 3 days and just get through the year quicker, so we get through more years? It could be, yeah. Either way, really. I've never done 6-day seasons. Right, so if I swing around here, but on the other hand, you know, keeps the gameplay interesting to, you know, to keep the years moving along, moving swiftly through. I know I missed some grass back there, I'll pick that up a bit later on. Ooh, this is a nasty bit, sorry Hurleyman. Poor old tractor. Right, so quite clearly you don't want to sit and watch me do all of this grass. So I'll carry on. We'll get this picked up. In fact, we're nearly full again already. Felt like I'm on my way back actually. At least I've got a strip I can drive down. Yeah, I'll carry on with this. We'll keep loading it into the silo, and I'll catch up with you a bit later on. So I've just finished cutting the grass from the field, and we've now got, what's that? So 135,000 litres of grass in, so that's that sort of half. If we have a quick look at the map, down on field 42. Oh, of course we won't show anything because I haven't got grass on. So it's kind of hard to tell without boundaries, but I'd say that's okay, not quite half, so we're going to get a bit more hay than grass, but that's okay, because we can always feed the cows hay anyway on seasons. We don't have to have grass. It just means the yield will go down, but it should be enough. We're not going to get that many to start with. 135,000 litres is quite a lot. So actually leave the, no, not that one, leave the loading wagon there. Let's go get some hay cut. Quickly across the road. Where's that? A funny shape, this thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, try this out. Yeah, it's already, I was right, it is the tether that rolls. It sort of seems to have some sort of soft collision, so if you get too close to the tractor it starts to roll away from it. It's like it's playing chase. Okay. So we'll head back and start cutting the hay, and this should be, I suppose with the exception of compacting the silage, which you really don't want to watch me do, will be the last thing we do before we wrap up for winter. So yeah, I need to do those calculations I was talking about earlier. See how many cows we can risk getting early in the year. Actually check for prices as well, see when's a good time to buy them. And also think about the combine. But yeah, hopefully it won't be too long before we can get some cows in. And then the rebuild of the farm will start. So let's have a look at this. This will be fun. So start with the mower, pull it out, lower it down, switch it on. The tedder, fold it out, lower it down, switch it on. Yeah, I did use this, on Ultrastein. I really don't remember. But it's certainly doing the job, and I don't think we're going to need a windrower. I think that's leaving a tidy enough swath of hay that I don't think we can get away without a windrower, hopefully. So we'll try it with the loading wagon and see how it looks. Now, corners are always going to be a bit tricky. Let's see what we can do here. Actually, I know what we can do. Alright, keep that on a sec. We'll lose a little bit maybe from running over it, but probably not much. Reverse back. Of course, what do you think about this? I'm going to pick it up with a loading wagon, I'm not too sure, but we'll see. So speed's a lot better, because there are a few patches where a touch tricky, mower and loading wagon, but the Hurleman's managed nicely actually, despite the low power. Technically doesn't have enough power and it's struggling to get up this hill with the mower running, but it's doing it okay. So once we get out of these trees, we'll see, can't we see how much. There's still quite a big lot of this. I think I've done the small half has been done with grass, so I think this is going to be the larger half, but still. Sorry, it will end up with probably about 150,000, maybe even a little bit more in hay, which is quite a lot, but it'll get used. But I was trying to think about it, 135,000 litres in bale terms is only, what's a standard bale? Is it 6,000 litres? So it's only about 20, 25 bales. It's not that much. It's not even 25. It's about 22 bales. It's really not that much. But it'll be enough for now. For our cows. Maybe starting with a small number. So yeah, so now that those trees will get a better sense of, yeah, I could have cut more grass, I feel. But hey, we still need hay. Yeah, plenty of trees. Start clearing some of these out. See if there's any local requirement for forestry, or we can just do some, see if there's any owned by the farm that we can start on. Earn a bit of money that way. Right, I don't need to worry too much about this edge for now. I think we'll go back and we'll do another circle round, and then we'll start doing strips up and down. Yeah, maybe we will need a windrower actually. We'll try it without, but I think it won't make more sense in the end. Run it over. Reasonably neat. Anyway, I'll carry on with this. This is going to take a wee while, and I'll see you a little bit later on. So as you've seen, I've gotten a little bit of help. That field to do all that mowing and tedding was just huge. So yeah, we've got to work at finishing that off. In the meantime, I've had a chat with the guys down at the store, and they have delivered a little something for me. Yeah, once I'd done quite a bit of tedding, it was pretty apparent I was going to need a windrow to do it properly. And it's such a big field, I kind of thought, well, you know, go big or go home. So we got big. Slightly questioned my sanity given the finances of the farm, but I think this is a worthy investment. It's the Lely Profi. So if we just pop in the store, and I'll show you. Sorry, I beg your pardon. It's the Lely Hibiscus. The Profi is something else. I know. Hibiscus, yeah. So it is a Profi, yeah. CD Profi. That's what I meant. Yeah. We can cope with the power of it. It's 110 horsepower. The Deutz will do that easily. It's got a 14.8 meter width. So the Kuhn GA9531, which I was thinking about getting, because that would, the Pottinger, I'm afraid, would just have been a bit pointless. Has got a 9.3 meter width, cost 28,000. It's only twice the price, but it's not quite twice the width, but it's not far off. And for a size of field that we have, I figured it was worth it. You know, we'll get more grass fields probably as time goes on, and this will keep us going to the point at which, to be honest, I should probably get the motorbacks, because I do love that, and I haven't used it in one of my videos yet. So we'll go over and see how the work is getting on. I've also taken the loading wagon over, so that's ready to go. And what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll probably try and use this to combine the rows as I go along, so windrow more into the previous row, see if that works. And then it should make the collection pretty easy. Wonder if I want a bigger loading wagon, but we'll see. We'll manage. But yes, I mean, I've been going quite a long time. So which way is the worker going? So the worker's currently working that way across the field. So we want to start here, kind of thing. So let's fold out this beast. It's an amazing piece of equipment. I'll make sure I'm not too close to the fence. The way it all folds out, rotates around, moves back in again, so they're all in the right position. Just drop them down, switch it on, and it should help us get into the corners a little bit as well. So I felt it was worth doing, given the scale of what we're trying to do here. We get a lovely nice windrow straight at the back. And yeah, so I might try and combine, but actually I think for this first bit, just going around this edge, I'll not do that, because it'll be easier to, I suppose if I can pick it up in the corners, it'll be even easier to pick up with the windrow, the loading wagon rather. So maybe, now then this bit's going to be tricky. I'm just going to go as far as I can get. Then I'll lift it up, just to try and disturb what I've already managed to do. I'm going to go around the corner. Reverse it back. This will be a bit tricky actually. Try and do this without hitting this fence. Yeah, because you know, you don't want to get a windrow entangled in a fence like that, in a wire fence. That would be a bad thing. Lower it back down. That's going to spit that out that way. Yeah, I'll worry about that corner in a minute. I think there'll be something I can do, but it might take a little bit of fiddling. But in the got caught. Fortunately only with the guards, nothing else. Swing it round. do that, that'll be fine. We can pick that up later. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. It's so close to the fence, so let's keep a really close eye on that. But definitely the way to go. It's amazing, this thing. Just so good. You know, everything else we got is quite small, but I figured if there's one thing that's worth getting big, if you're going to be doing cattle, is the old windrower to create, you know, for the creation of hay. And grass, once we've got seasons on, we're probably doing small amounts, because you know, you only want to pick up as much as you can use for 3 days, because otherwise it rots down. So again, slightly tricky corner. Can we swing it? Do it in one motion, or am I going to mess up? No. Okay, lift it up. Actually, I'm going to fold it away completely, because it'll help us get around this corner a little bit, keep tight to the fence. And actually, so if I don't do what I did last time, which was a bit dumb, and go all the way back, just to straighten up. A bit tricky with the tree in the way. Now fold it out. Too close to the fence? No, just right. No, just wrong. No, just about got away with it. Okay. So missed a little bit in the corner just there. I'll sort that out. There we go. Right, don't really want to go any further than where our worker is. So we'll just come up to this corner. I missed a bit. Just come up to this corner. Swing it down. And I'll do for now, just focus on this bit. Yeah, this is going to save us an awful lot of work. Waiting to go past. And actually, because I did some of it and then got the worker on it, actually we've got some nice soft angles, so actually it shouldn't be too bad getting around with the loading wagon and not missing any. I'm just going to come out to the edge a little bit here, because I think there's a little bit just on this corner. Very nice. Quick before... Too late. I was going to say quick before it messes that up. Oh well. Never mind. Right. Actually, you know, on the basis that it's slightly easier to do with the loading wagon to do, if I can try and keep the corners reasonably gentle, it's easier to do that than it is to keep going up and down roads. Mind you, actually, if those roads are well spaced out, that doesn't matter that much. Yeah, I can sort this bit out now too. Not too far forward, so I don't mess up the next row. Go a little bit further in, can't I? Make a bit more use of this width. But yeah, whew, lucky it's a nice sunny day for doing this. But yeah, this will definitely help make much lighter work of this, though it's going to take a heck of a lot of loads back and forth. Awful lot of loads. Oops, messed that up. Fold it up, get out of the way. Done, fold it back down. So our worker's getting on quite well. I mean, there's a fair amount to do, but as it gets shorter and shorter, he'll speed up. So he's getting there. But yeah, by getting a work on that and getting this, we should be able to hopefully finish this in reasonable time. We shall see. But we're certainly going to have enough hay to keep the cows going. Which is good. It's kind of the point, so it's worth putting the work in. I was afraid of that. So that one at the back actually messes up the line. So we'll stop it for a minute before I make it any worse. Okay, well, I'll crack on with this, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. So, yeah, you're joining me a little bit later on. Notice it's now 10 to 5. I've been playing all this in real time. Yes, I have been windrowing and collecting grass for a number of hours, well, and mowing and tedding it as well. As you saw, I've leased, well, you can see it here because I've got it. I've leased the Bergman Repex, going back and forth with the Pottinger loading wagon was just, it was so slow. And what I also figured was that actually while I had a full Bergman, I'll try not to get it stuck, that it'd be really heavy. There you go, and it would increase my ability to compact the chaff in the silage pit. So I've done that, which is quite good. Oh, unfortunately, because it's spilled out a little bit. Hopefully, let's just see. Will it cover okay? No, I lost a bit of the edge, but not so much. Cool. Right, so I emptied this. I think there's probably one more load of hay to pick up. I'll just lose the help remote. Right. And yeah, so while we've been doing that, I've had a couple of phone calls from some local farmers. It's late autumn and they've got crops to be harvested, and they're offering some pretty reasonable money. So I will, once I've got this done, sort of the last big job that we need to get done before the winter is to get this hay up. So once this is done, I'll go and give them a hand. It'd be a good way to get a bit of credibility, get to know some of the other local farmers, and also learn a little bit of money. It might pay for some of the equipment costs. I mean, leasing the Bergman, it was only like $5,000 for the first hour, and I might have had it for an extra hour now, but it's not going to cost a lot. But you know, it all helps. It should probably pay for this, and it'll probably pay for the windrow as well, actually. So yeah, so we'll do a little bit of work, and yeah, I'll just finish this field off, and I think we've come to the end of the episode. Probably should. It's a rather longer episode than usual, but we've had a busy day. We are ready for winter. So when I next see you, we will be in. We will have seasons on. It will be after the winter. Oops, wrong button. And we'll be looking to see what we're going to do for the next year, and planning to rebuild the farm. Got a few ideas floating around in my head, so hopefully we'll be able to get quite a few of those in practice. But yeah, so we're at the end of the episode. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe and you would like to, please feel free. And yeah, give me any comments, any thoughts, you know, suggestions of things we could do, something a bit different. Forestry is going to be a bit of a no-brainer. Pretty good way to earn a bit of money. But yeah, so yeah, just drop me a line in the comment section of the video, and otherwise I will look forward to welcoming you back to South Mountain Creamery very soon. Bye bye for now.